Yo, what's good? It is your boy DJ, aka the Don One Carlos, here for another video here on DJ's Destiny. We're on about the new Elemental Well mods coming through to the video game in season of the Splicer year to year. So if you don't know what Elemental Wells are, essentially they're these little drops that you get from weapon blows, your ability final blows, and even your super. And they drop certain element types. They can drop Void, Solar, Arc, and Stasis. And picking them up gives you a bonus. The flat bonus is it gives you 10% into any of your abilities. And if the Elemental Well is matching your damage subclass type, it gives you 10% in all of your abilities. So we're going to quickly go over all of the wells this season, and then I will showcase them for you in real actionable places. And by real actionable places, I mean I ran around in the law sector to show them off. So we're just going to quickly go through all of these. So first things first, we got Reaping Wellmaker. After activating your class ability, your next weapon final blow spawns a Void Elemental Well. It literally can be any weapon final blow. Doesn't have to be Void. It can be kinetic. It can be solar. It could even be a rocket. And it will spawn a Void Elemental Well. So that's pretty cool, Then you have Well of Tenacity, which is picking up a Void Elemental Well reduces the damage you take from combatants for a short period of time. Now, it doesn't say how much damage reduction you take, but if it's, I'm pretty sure it's the same damage reduction as Protective Light, which is a Charged with Light mod from Season of Arrivals. And it's 10 seconds worth of damage reduction. So it's about 20% damage reduction for 10 seconds, and this is the more offensive version of this because in combination with the last mod, what is this? Reaping Wellmaker, you can use your class ability and then your next weapon kill essentially gives you 20% damage mitigation. Or if you use the mods from last season and use your Void Nade to get a nade kill, and it'll spawn an Elemental Well. That's two, because it'll spawn two. That's 20 seconds of damage reduction that you have. It only caps out at 10 seconds at most, but it refreshes once you pick up another Elemental Well for 10 seconds. So yeah, no, Well of Tenacity is, I use this a lot. It's really strong. So, Explosive Wellmaker, rapidly defeating combatants with explosive damage spawns a Solar Elemental Well. That includes Chain Reaction, Firefly, Dragonfly, Rockets, Sub-Zero Salvo, and all of that. If it explodes, it can spawn a Solar Elemental Well. Now, next we have Well of Life. Picking up Solar Elemental Well grants increased regeneration for a short period of time, and I know it says regeneration, it's just healing. It's 10 seconds of increased healing. And it much like the damage reduction, it refreshes the healing. It doesn't stack up to more seconds of healing. So that's pretty cool. Next, we have Overload Wellmaker, defeating a combatant with a finisher, spawns 2 Arc Elemental Wells. It's a bit weird, because when you actually do the finishers, sometimes you consume the well as the finishers as the finisher is finishing up, you will consume the well, so it might not, Elemental Wells will not appear for you, but when it does, it'll be like it'll be close to wherever you finish the combatant is. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at Overload Wellmaker. And then you have Well of Ions, picking up an Arc Elemental Well causes your next melee to deal increased damage. Now it actually increases your damage by 29%. I calced it, and you'll see it in the Well of Ion section of the video, where it does increase 29% damage, and it consumes the buff on the melee hit itself. However, you can extend the duration of the melee up to about 15 seconds by picking up Elemental Wells. But just remember, it doesn't increase the damage anymore, but it does increase the duration in which you have your next increased melee at. So just keep that in mind when you're using Well of Ions. And last but not least, we have Shield Crash Wellmaker. Now, Shield Crash Wellmaker, although it doesn't specifically say what that it spawns Elemental Wells, it's not random. Breaking a shield with the matching weapon type creates an Elemental Well. it creates an elemental well that matches the shield. So even though it doesn't specifically say that, and you'll see it once we show off Shield Crash Wellmaker. I used Found Verdict on the Arc Shield in the EDZ Law Sector. I forget what the name of the Law Sector is, but every time I popped the shield, it popped the Arc Elemental Well, which is pretty great. So we're just gonna jump right into the video so you can see all of the different aspects of the wells in action, so you know what they look like and what exactly they do. Alright, so now that you've seen what all of the well mods can do, I just want to quickly just throw in a quick build that I've been using for most of this season with my own mods, the ones that I personally found the most useful, for at least for my playstyle. I'm using Top Tree Voidlock with Controverse Hold because this exotic is totally fine, by the way. But I've been using Elemental Ordnance, the Elemental Well mod from last season, which you can still get from the War Table in Helm. Defeating a combatant with Grenade spawns an Elemental Well that matches your subclass Energy type, which is perfect for me because I'm always spawning these things, alongside Well of Tenacity. So every time I get a nade kill, it'll spawn a Void Elemental Well, and I can just run around and pick it up and get a bunch of damage mitigation for no apparent reason. But that's kind of just it. You can experiment with the well mods. Yes, they do synergize with the well mods from last season, and you can kind of just pop off. The For me at least, the void ones are the, in my opinion, are the only ones that are worth using this season, because you don't really need that much healing if you can just negate most of the damage with the void one. So, and it stacks with protective light. So, you know, take that information how you please. But with that being said, I will catch you guys in another video. There's more content to be coming. We got bog stuff, so if you missed that, you should definitely go check that out. There's stuff. There's something for everyone on this channel. So with that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Bye.